Field Level family. It's your man Pat. We back again for another one. It's the Field Level Football Podcast of the West Coast. As y'all know, I'm joined as always. Never fails, always on time. I got my usual suspects with me. I'm Pat. That's Quan. That's CT. Quan, how you doing today, bro?
Doing great, man. Feel good. I'm ready to get into it, man. There's a lot to talk about, and I want to jump right in. So I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to go.
Somewhere. Did I go away? Am I back? Am I good?
I think you good now.
Man, bro, I don't know. It's the internet. Comcast been tripping. Somebody call them. Let them know I need to holler at them one time. I was saying, CT, I see you got an old hat on because they not the champions no more. How you doing, bro?
Wow.
Good, man. You know, it's going to be a new season, new opportunity. If you saw First Take, he let y'all know. You ain't sleeping on us, bro. But anyways, I'm solid, man. I'm ready to talk about some of these things, man. Some good content for the show tonight. So, you know, listen up, guys. It's time.
Hey, man, you know, as always, per the norm, you know, I mean, we're gonna come at you. We're gonna talk to you about this NFL season and how everything is going. It's been a real crazy season so far. We've had a lot of injuries. We've had a lot of stuff happen. We've had a lot of things go wrong. But we got some news today that I want to hop into. And Quan, I'm gonna go to you first. Actually, changed my mind. I have the right to refuse service. I'm gonna go to CT first, and then we're gonna talk about it. CT, Antonio Brown. Antonio Brown. He's at the precipice. I'm using words tonight. I don't care what nobody say. All night tonight, I am using words. I don't know why Quan keep on flickering in and out, but I'm using words. You can still hear me, right, CT?
Yes, sir.
That's all that matters. I don't care about nothing else. Me and you, let's rock it. We are at the precipice of Antonio Brown's return to the NFL. Antonio Brown is getting ready to make his way back. And upon
So, Antonio Brown.
Shout out to Comcast one time. We're gonna get this fixed. But go ahead, CT. AB, let's hear it.
You know what? I gotta give you the truth. I'm an AB fan, so I am excited for him to finally have an opportunity for there to be a resolution for his punishment that, you know, he deserved. But, you know, at the end of the day, he deserves his opportunity because of his skill set. He's special, man. Can't forget that. And I do miss watching him play on a regular basis, preferably in Pittsburgh. But if he's going to be in the league, let's get him in. Obviously, this hurts because this could have impacted the NFC West tremendously. You know, if he's utilized properly and if everything, you know, works out for him where he can focus and just play ball.
Yeah.
You know, because all Russell needs is another weapon. Like, come on, man. You know, if you're a fantasy owner and you have Tyler Lockett and AB is potentially going to be on your team, drop him. Because he's not getting reps like that, man. Because AB's coming in and he's coming in to get it done. You know, and they're always going to continue to use DK Metcalf. So, you know, it's scary. I hope that there are other options. But, you know, the fact that they made breaking news and said Seattle's really, you know, lining their ducks up, you know, it has to be pretty serious. What you think, Juan?
What a move if this happens, man. What a move if this happens, man. This is going to be crazy, man. This is going to be the NFC version of the Chiefs in terms of talent on the outside. I think if they make this signing, right, if you had to line the rosters up like head to head, right, you got Mahomes versus Russell. Okay, for all intents and purposes, we can pretty much call that like even, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you got the running back situation. The Chiefs are running back by committee. So are the Seahawks.
Yeah.
The receivers, you got Sammy Watkins and you got DK Metcalf. You got Tyler Lockett. You got Tyreek Hill. You got if you add AB to the mix, AB is it's just even across the board. And of course they got Kelsey. And Seahawks got Greg Olsen, but Greg Olsen is still serviceable. He's not over the hill just yet.
Absolutely.
So I'm looking at this man, and I'm looking at it like, if I'm David Moore, who right now is the third receiver when they go into the 3 wide receiver set,
Right.
he is. If I'm him, I'm lightweight mad, but I'm not that mad. You know what I'm saying? Because now my targets are gonna drop, but your chances of getting that ring are even that much better. And then last thing I'll point out, bro, the damn dog tripping. Last thing I want to point out is like, who are you gonna double now? I know they're doubling DK, and he's still getting off. So now, okay, we're gonna double DK because Antonio's new and he needs to get adjusted to the system. Well, I mean, Seattle's route tree isn't all like that, so I'm sure AB will pick that playbook up in a week.
Right.
So who are you gonna double?
That's what makes it interesting, man.
You know what I'm saying?
Teams are gonna have to get very, very creative. And as we look on, there's a lot of other news, man. A couple of things that aren't necessarily West Coast, but something that came up that was really interesting is the Dallas Cowboys saga. I wanted to see if we could touch on that really quick, and I know Pat has some opinions about it as well, so we'll get him back shortly. Just hang in there. Quan, how do you feel about what they're saying about Mike McCarthy and his staff?
Well, before I get to that, because that's a whole dumpster fire right there, I want to shout out Roy, because he commented, said that KC has a competent O-line, sort of, which is true. Their O-line has been a little shaky, but, they'll get it together. Shout out to all the guys in the chat. Rob, Juan, we see you. Greg, what up? So about the Cowboys, man. Shannon Sharp talked a lot about it these last couple of days, mainly today. He talked about it, and the one thing that he said to me, which whenever he proposed these questions, you had Skip giving all of his excuses like he always does for everything, and then you got I think they had the ex-cornerback for the Cowboys, Orlando Scandrick, on their show. He was doing the same thing about giving all these excuses, bruh. All these excuses, and I'm not feeling it. Like, these players, they have to get it together. I do know they're in a new system, and sometimes new systems take time to gel. So I do know that. But what I don't understand is you're in game 6, and it's not like you're getting better. So if you're going to be giving up 38 week 1 and then 49 to the Browns, and just a couple weeks ago, you should be going down low 30s, low 20s, and then eventually, being good. But y'all not being good, and the effort, you could tell on certain plays, the effort is not there. They're blowing assignments. That's the biggest thing. You blowing assignments, whether it's the right scheme or not. Everybody on that team, and correct me if I'm wrong, everybody that starts on defense for them, minus Trayvon Diggs, is a veteran, right?
Yeah.
So they should be getting it together. Like DeMarcus, and I hope we touch this later, and I'm gonna let you go. But DeMarcus Lawrence is somebody. Oh, you can move that over, bro. DeMarcus Lawrence is somebody that needs to be on the trade block. That's just my opinion.
It's the price tag, man. When it comes to DeMarcus Lawrence, do you really want to pay for that? I think that's pushing it. I'm not saying he's not a good player. I think Shannon makes a good point. How has he played since he got paid?
Boo boo. He got like 1 sack in like 2.5 years, bro.
Yeah, man. He was dominant. He was one of those quiet. I call him the Paul Pierce players, because I remember back in the day. You remember NBA TV when it wasn't popular, when it was just one.
Oh yeah.
And you used to see like the score line, the scoreboard, and there was this cat for Boston, Paul Pierce, right? Before anybody really knew about him. This is when Antoine Walker was still doing his shake and all that stuff. And I look at the stat line, and this cat's putting up 30 and 40 a game. I'm like, who is this? And DeMarcus Lawrence reminds me of that, because I look at his stats. I'm like, damn, this dude is balling. I feel like I'm not paying attention to him. And then you start paying attention to him, and you don't see much. It's one of them things. But, just to comment on it, I spent some time looking at Undisputed, First Take, The Herd, just getting some more dialogue to understand really the situation. I actually agree with Shannon Sharp, Uncle Shay.
Oh, I do 100%.
Because Skip is tripping, for instance. Like, how does Shannon not know after 14 years and being in that system? How does he not know what's going on? How does he not be able
I know what you're talking about. You talking about he was being disrespectful, huh? For sure.
I thought that was crazy. So, Shannon's breaking down like what the responsibilities are, what the coaches are telling you to do. We've all played football, man. Like, they give you responsibilities, they tell you where to be. They tell you the positioning and the footwork and everything, but you have to execute it. You have to deliver and be accountable for that. Yeah. And the clips that he showed, and this happens to every team, don't get me wrong, but the clips he showed were evident that they weren't doing that. It is an effort thing, and it is coaching. I'm be honest. Mike Nolan, former 49er head coach in 05, he ain't been solid in a long time.
That's true. That's true. He was on your team for sure.
Solid as a linebacker coach, position coach. But other than that, no. Tom Sula, I mean, now he's a joke. Ever since he was a head coach, he's been a joke. He was a great defensive line coach, and, you know, they just gave him too much, man, and he wasn't ready for that. And
so,
yep, go ahead.
No. Well, so I wanted to ask you something because if I go back to like my high school days, right? We the one thing that I noticed with the Cowboys, when you look at their most recent game against the Cardinals, right? Their first 3 drives, their defense was playing okay. They forced like 3 and outs immediately. Kyler was looking a little shaky, and they were doing some good things on defense. But then as soon as things started to kind of like go bad or snowball, for so to speak, they just lost it. Like, it's like, okay, we gave up 1 touchdown. Okay, we're still in it. Then you give up another one, and then another one. Then before you know, it's 21-3, and it just looked like they just started hanging their heads. And I know as a youth football coach, I had to say it to my kids constantly because they're kids. Like, guys, it's okay. We're only down a touchdown, or hey, it's okay. We can come back. There's plenty of time. I don't think that message is being sent to the Cowboys because it looked like as soon as things go bad, they just put their heads down, and then it just unravels. And with Dak not being there, Dak was that leader who was on the sideline, probably, we don't know this for a fact, but probably like riling up the guys like, come on, guys, we got this. We'll come back. But Andy Dalton just got there. So he might be saying it, but they might not be receiving it the same way. And the coaches really have no bearing on that. Like, we could talk about the coaches maybe being unprepared, like they say, or maybe they're not up to date with the new NFL, but all of that effort and hanging your head, that's on the players and the players only.
Yeah. You know what? When we talk about leadership, obviously Dak did provide that. But you know who did it even more so? They missed Jason Witten.
That's a good point.
That was the presence that really had their ear. Sean Lee, you could make that argument because he's been there, but he's been hurt a lot. So he can't lead by example. He can't show you on the field. Maybe this actually shows how important Jason Garrett really was to them.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I mean, this dude was literally Aikman's backup and won Super Bowls, and people forget about that.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I say he's not really been entrusted within their culture for so many years. So I know it was a tough transition to switch to Mike McCarthy and to give him really one last shot. And, you know, people saying he might not even make it, you know, through the rest of the year. But the last thing I want to touch is Zeke ain't been playing well. You know, we were in the group chat prepping for the show, and one thing that was really interesting to me was the fact is, you know, Zeke has 20 career fumbles and 5 this year, 4 lost. I mean, you know, we were talking about it on the text, and I'm, you know, to be honest with you, as a running back, like that's a lot. That's things more egregious to me. I have to check everybody else's numbers in regards to their fumbles career wise, but that's pretty heavy, you know, and what you're asking of him, I know we were talking about maybe the long sleeves were an issue and stuff like that. No, man, you got to take care of the ball. You're getting paid too much. They really invested in you, unlike any other running back. You know, to really the bell cow and deliver, to be you know, baby Emmett, if I could say that. You know what I mean? And it's sad to watch, man. You know, speaking of heartbreaks, if I could transition this, how you feeling about Fitz Magic, man? Shout out.
Here we go.
Shut up.
Here we go. Everybody's in the comment. Lose for Trevor and Fitz tragic, as Juan says. Fitz tragic. Look, man, this was my rant of the day, but we're going to just do this now until Pat get back online. Hopefully our boy gets back on soon. This is where I'm at with it. This, to me, in my opinion, is the worst move you can make. And don't look, this is not an indictment on Tua. Tua's great. I thought Tua was the best quarterback coming out. So I'm not saying bad on Tua. This is what I'm saying from an organization standpoint regarding Brian Flores and the Dolphins. This is the worst move you can make at this time. If I'm the Dolphins and I'm a veteran in that room, or matter of fact, our boy's back. He's back. You got to fix the mic, though.
I don't even know, bro.
You
Hey,
good?
look, you know what?
You got
We gonna
Hey,
act like we
the
gonna act like it
whole
didn't
the
happen.
whole MacBook gone. It's just black, bro.
Lord.
Luckily, you know, my daughter had her laptop upstairs, so I ran upstairs and bro, I had to log in. But I'm sorry, I apologize. Back to regular schedule programming.
No. You good? This is perfect. We just transitioned to Fitz Magic. So, I'm gonna go in there and then we'll pass it to you. But this is what I think, man. This is the worst decision you can make. If I'm a veteran in that locker room, I'm looking at Coach Brian Flores sideways because we are right in the thick of like making the playoffs. Now it's only week 6, but look, the Bills have just lost 2 straight. The Bills are not unbeatable. The Patriots are clearly beatable, and the Jets, we're not even going to talk about them. So why are you making a switch right now? Tua has no OTAs, barely any training camp. It's not right to put him in when Fitzmagic has the team at 3-3. You're not even out of the you're 500, and you have winnable games coming up. So, and this is my last point. This is why I get so mad about production over projection, which is the motto. I'm so mad because you're putting in a guy who's unproven, and at a time where you need a veteran to continue to lead this team. Clearly, you see the Dolphins want to play for him. So you making a move, just it mind boggles me, man. I hate that the NFL and people, GMs and coaches, they overvalue draft picks and draft status. Because I drafted you number 5 overall don't mean nothing.
Yeah.
It really don't mean nothing until you get your time. It really don't. Because you got 7th rounders starting. You got 6th rounders like Brady who end up being the GOAT. You got 4th rounders or third, maybe I think he's a third, like Russell Wilson, who taking job from overpaid Matt Flynn. Remember he got that big contract and took his job before he even played a snap? Like,
Right.
So your draft status don't mean nothing until you get your chance. And Tua was going to get his time. But it don't need to be right now. I'll pass it on before I keep going.
I've been gone for a while, so I want to let me, you know what I'm saying? Let me sprinkle it on there one time. I've been gone. I think what we're looking at is a huge case of, I thought I was doing so good, I forgot why I was here. I think they made it abundantly clear when they signed or when Ryan Fitzpatrick came that they were only using him as a bridge quarterback. He was not the quarterback of the future. He was not the long-term solution. He was not somebody that was supposed to be in there for the entirety of the season. That's why, even as we said before on previous episodes, I told y'all way back when that by the time week 8 came to it was going to be the starting quarterback.
You did. You called it.
The reason being is because I think, CT, you and I kind of agree on this. A lot of times what these teams do, they wait until the sky is falling to make the change. They wait until it's all bad. They're waiting until they're on a 3-game skid and then say, okay, yeah, now we're going to go to that guy. I think it's brilliant. The team is playing well. The team is at a high. The team is doing well. The O-line is protecting. The receivers are doing well. Make the change now. And what you're doing is, watch this, Quan, when you're making this change right now, you're inserting Tua into a confident team. You're inserting Tua into a team that has morale. I think we always got to go back to the initial statement. I think even when Ryan Fitzpatrick even made a statement before the season started, it was basically like, I'm here to give this kid the knowledge that I have. I'm here to give this kid, guidance, X, Y, and Z, this, that, and the third. Well, now that you've been doing good, you forgot why you were there. That's why the statement came out today. Oh, I'm shocked. You're not. How are you shocked?
Because of the timing. You can be a bridge quarterback.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, Quan.
Does.
If your boss came to you and said, Quan, sorry, at the end of this month, we're going to have to let you go. I don't care if you go to work for the rest of that month and kill it every day. The statement was still made that you were going to get fired at the end of the month. I don't care how great you did.
So
I don't care how many overtime hours you put in. You still getting fired, bro.
So are you telling me that the owner or whoever went to Fitzpatrick and said, hey, week 8, no matter what our record is, you're getting replaced. So even if we were 6-0, by week 8, you out of there.
But like even what Juan just said, even what Juan just said, yes, you're right, exactly.
You hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what it is. But like even what Juan just said, as a player, I would lose trust in my coach. My question to Juan would be, well, did coach lie? Because this was the plan the whole way through. Or did you get overzealous and overconfident in what you thought that you were doing, so you thought you brought yourself some more time? And I think this happens over and over again in the NFL. You have guys that are waiting last minute, last game of the season, last couple games of the season. All right, now let's throw them in. We have nothing to play for. Why throw them in when you have nothing to play for? Why not put them in now when you can still make a playoff push? You can still make a playoff run. Your team is playing well. I think it's genius. CT, how you feel about it?
You know, I look at it a few different ways. We talked about it earlier. I was excited about it because I felt that he was riding a wave. He's in a situation where the team is playing well. They're going to play hard for him. And they're confident in a different way. They believe that they have a chance that they can compete. He's not walking into a dumpster fire situation that so many quarterbacks do. This is rare. So, like, typically, the majority of the time what you see is the bridge quarterback starts playing terribly and they're calling for the rookie, right? That's what we're used to seeing on a regular basis. Very few times you see the quarterback ride into the sunset. I guess you could say, nah, you can't even really say Eli Manning, sorry, but I'll just use him as an example. You know, let's say he rode into the sunset, Daniel Jones took over for him. That's rare, but that happens occasionally. That's the Brett Favre / Aaron Rodgers situation, I guess you could say. And this situation is unique. It's different. I love it. I don't love how it was communicated and how it was handled because he was shocked. But at the same time, this was the plan, as Pat alluded to, from day one. And to be honest, it puts Tua in a much better situation than Fitzpatrick throwing 10 interceptions in a row or doing a Matt Schaub and pick six city, right? And they're calling for Tua, and that amount of pressure, considering what he's been through, could be, you know, a problem. He's walking into something where they're rolling hot.
Okay, but I gotta push back. You say I don't like how it was communicated, but I like the move. Well, if we don't like the way it was communicated, then how can we like the move? Because if he was shocked, then the move didn't go the way it was supposed to go. If Fitzpatrick knows they drafted Tua, okay, I know Tua's gonna get in one or two situations. Either we suck and I'm playing good, or we suck and I'm playing bad, right? But if our record is good and we're doing good, and I'm not killing it, I'm not ruining it, you don't need to make the change right now. He knows he's not the future. But does the future have to be week 8 with the first game being against the best player in the NFL, as Pat would say? Like he's not even going up against a team that's like, you know, I'm not saying the Rams are unbeatable, but he's going up against a very good defense with the best player in the game. Now, what happens? Now, last question, then we can move on if y'all want. If Tua comes out now, and let's just say he has a couple bad games, right? Which could happen with all the times he's missed and injury and all of that. If he has a couple bad games in a row, you can't go back to Fitzpatrick now because because then you're gonna say, well, we decided to put Tua in because we have a good record, so we have a chance still. So let's put him back in because we still have a chance after we just showed him. Now we're gonna pull you now. It's stupid. It's stupid.
Let me get this. I think Pat said it best.
Thank you.
The decision had already been made. As soon as it doesn't matter if how well he's playing, they drafted Tua in the first round. That man is not going to sit that long. It was really a question of from day one, is he healthy enough to play? And if he is, he's going to be playing sooner rather than later.
Then how come he didn't start week 1 then? How come
because that was never the plan, Quan. What is you talking about, bro?
What are you talking about?
Look, the plan was right. I'm not saying it's right. But it was already expected.
You sleep. All right, look, Quan. Maybe I put it down like maybe I'm saying it wrong. I think maybe that's it. Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Quan,
help me understand, please.
Quan, she said she was gonna break up with you. It's over. She don't want to be with you no more. I don't care if you bought flowers, chocolate, candies, teddy bears, a ring, a car, bro. She gone, bro. She for the streets, bro.
So then
it's over.
So then why keep Fitzpatrick? If the plan was, hey, look here, If Tua
Is
gets a
Fitzpatrick
clean,
not a
if
viable
Tua-
backup?
If Tua, but he's not a backup. He was a starter.
But I'm saying though, why you said why
Pat,
keep
Pat,
him? Is he not a good
Pat,
backup?
Why not make him the backup from jump if the plan was, hey, as soon as
Because
Tua gets a
that
clean
wasn't
bill of
the
health,
plan.
then put him
You
in.
acting like you don't
See,
know.
that's what I'm
That
saying.
wasn't the plan.
I'm done with this. I'm done with
The
this.
plan was
I'm done.
the plan was, first of all, let's talk about Tua. Tua had a whole hip injury, right?
Yes.
We
yes.
did not know how he was going to recover. So the plan was not to throw Tua out there week one, as you're alluding to. Though the plan was to bring him along slowly, allow Fitzpatrick to take the team to a certain location, to a certain place. Once they got to a level and comfortability with Tua and the injury and him going forward, the plan was to make the switch. Well, guess what? Hip is cool, checked out. Ryan Fitzpatrick, check out. Get to the bench, bro. You're done.
But the Dolphins said he was healthy week one. They said he was healthy from week one. So who are we talking about? They said he was healthy.
Maturation process. He needs to
Oh,
go.
And Jerry Jones said Jason Garrett was a good coach.
Okay.
And Jerry Jones said Jason Garrett was a good coach.
Hey, no team has had a bad quarterback that they made wait. Every quarterback that had to wait was fine. Patrick Mahomes waited a
He
whole
had to
year.
wait.
Patrick Mahomes didn't play his whole rookie year at all.
Because Alex Smith was balling, and it's Alex Smith. You trying to compare Alex Smith and Ryan Fitzpatrick? You're done.
I'm not. I'm done,
Don't
y'all.
be
I'm done.
disrespectful.
I'm not. Look, let's
I'm
move
done,
on
bro.
because let's move on.
Let's
Because
move on.
y'all getting on my nerves.
Let's move on. We're gonna talk. We're gonna talk tonight. We're gonna hop on it just a little bit further, push the conversation a little bit further on tonight. What we will talk about is we have a segment on the field level called "On the Field and in the Stands." Y'all know we broke that out last week, so I wanted to kind of touch on mine today. Who I got on the field with me, chilling, having a grand old time. On the field with me is Jason Verrett. Right now, Jason Verrett is ranked as the second best corner in the NFL per PFF, per QBR against. I think a lot of people are not giving him his due because of what he's been through in the past and the team that he's playing on. I think one thing that we have to look at is this. Jason Verrett has been the only full-time healthy cornerback for the 49ers this season. 1. 2, somebody told me, oh, he has that QBR, he has that ranking because they're not throwing to them, not throwing to his side. Is it not the ultimate compliment in football for you not to throw to my side? That made no sense to me. But
none.
Number one, Jason Verrett also, I feel like should be and will be, if he continues to play at this level, comeback player of the year. I'm excited to see what happens because honestly, and this is what I'm kind of excited to talk about, even if we could just have a little brief conversation. What happens when Richard Sherman becomes healthy?
Nothing.
Honestly, I think you bring him on slow. So, just to allude to what's going on with Richard Sherman, he's been getting injections for whatever this undisclosed injury is. And, it looks like he's in a boot right now, and he won't be back until at the earliest the bye week. If they're playing as well as they are, you got to continue to allow that to develop because, honestly, that could be your future in the cornerback situation.
CT, did you just bench Richard Sherman?
Yes.
Yeah. The plan was if Jason Verrett shows he's healthy.
Oh, that was never the plan. See, here you go, going somewhere else, bro. Here he go down this rabbit hole. Was never the plan. This cat, man, is something else. This cat is something else.
Thinking situation. This is ideal of what we want in the future, potentially. But if they're playing well, you don't touch that. You need them to be close.
On this topic, Juan had said on the gram, move Sherman to safety so Verrett and Mosley could stay at corner, and you can get Sherman somewhere on the field. What y'all think about that?
Wait, let's not act like you have Jimmy and Tart though.
Yeah, I think he was talking more. So I think that I've been hearing this a lot lately as well. That was that was a good one as well. Juan said the O line for the San Francisco 49ers are for sure on the field. What I will say though is I heard this argument, CT. They talking about potentially benching Tart and moving Richard Sherman to free.
And then moving Ward to Strong.
That's fine. I think Ward can play both safety positions, honestly.
Because if you think about it, Ward is a much better walk down guard nickel and a nickel slot corner. So they talking about maybe
Tart, y'all not feeling Tart's play.
Tart is bro, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say I love Jaquiski Tart. I like him, but Tart is hurt every game. When is the last time he finished a full game without getting hurt, bro? It's exhausting.
I thought he's been pretty decent this year.
No, he didn't even finish last game.
Well, I know last game, but I mean, what other game did he leave early?
He left early twice this year, I believe, if I could recount correctly.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that's definitely a concern. We have the same concern with Ward. But, I mean, Ward's made way more plays than Tart, I'll be real. But
Right.
Tart's been consistent when he's been available and made some plays that were like, dang, this is actually a solid safety.
Right. So my on the field will be Jason Verrett, and then my in the stands this week, I have to put I gotta put Zeke in the stands this week.
Hell yeah.
Hey, cuz, hell yeah. Hey, so I'll pass that over, Quan. On the field in the stands.
On the field, I'm going with the Broncos defense. I felt like the Broncos defense, now granted, the Patriots didn't have a lot of time to practice, but you would just think with a Bill Belichick coach team, they would somehow be able to do more than what they did. And the Broncos came in there all inexperienced. If you look at a lot of their key positions, there's a lot of inexperience going on. Drew Lock, inexperience, and been injured. And then you look at Judy. Oh, he's been in and out of the lineup. KJ Hamler's not back from his hamstring. And then their defense, AJ Bouye still out, et cetera, et cetera. So there's no Von Miller. So shout out to that whole defense. In the stands, shout out to why he said Rodgers, because I was going there, but I'm gonna go a different quarterback in that division. Kirk Cousins is in the stands, bro. I'm sorry, Greg, but I'm sure you would agree. Kirk Cousins is in the stands, bro. He out there. Look, I always say it's not if you lose, it's how you lose. Losing in a shootout to the Falcons is not that big. Well, to me, it's not that big of a deal. I know they haven't won any game, but they can score points with anybody. But the way you lose, y'all was not even in that game.
Yeah.
And that is a shame, considering all the pieces that you got on D and offense. So, Kirk Cousins, you in the stands, bro. 3 picks in the first half. Take a seat with me. Take a seat with me and have a churro or something.
It's pretty bad. CT, right before you go, I also want to kind of bring it back around as we circle the wagons. Y'all know when we get into these predictions, that field level shirt and merch is still on the line. So make sure y'all wait around for them predictions, because y'all lost last week terribly. Everybody did. CT, it's on you.
Yes, sir. As far as who's on the field for me on that field level, Justin Jefferson, wide receiver, Minnesota Vikings. If you are a fantasy owner, 39.60, and he was on my bench. Damn it. Anyway, that is definitely my field level guy. On the bench, up in the stands, the rafters, whatever you want to call it, the whole Dallas Cowboys defense. Let me tell you guys something. Did you know that based on their play, what they're allowing, and their statistics, they are the worst since 1961? Sorry, Quan. Oakland Raiders.
Wow.
And that don't count towards me. I wasn't alive then.
It's 61. You got it. If it's your team, you got the whole history too. You don't get to pick and choose.
Bro, it was rough.
Yeah, you don't get to pick and choose.
That's all bad.
But that's a good one. I think like Rory said a second ago, Cooper Kupp definitely in the stands. Dropped like 2 of them things, 2 touchdowns, low key. Thank you, Cooper. We appreciate you, Cooper. Quan, what's up? What's on the mind of the people, man? Holla at us. Tell us what's on the mind of the people.
Oh, yeah, we got some stuff about the minds of the people. This is all going to be a family-oriented What's on Your Mind segment today. I couldn't get the last one off one of our fans from Twitter. My phone died before I can write it down, but it's all good.
And matter of fact, if y'all got something on your mind in the chat right now tonight, make sure y'all throw that in there too, so we can throw that up there. What's on your mind?
Oh, yeah, throw that in the chat. First, we're gonna go with Lil Man. With Jay, we're gonna go with Lil Man, my son. He wants
Shout
to
out to Jay for beating me in fantasy this week.
Oh yeah, hey, someone got to beat him because he talking big smack around his house, and I don't like it.
Yeah, I should have beat him, but I should have beat him, but I had Julio on the bench and Matt Ryan on the bench. 60 points, 33 points. Yeah, it was bad.
Let him have fun, man. He's a regular season hero. That's fine.
Nah. Oh, I got my first win in fantasy. Hello. Anyway, Jay wants to know, will the Raiders keep the momentum going when they play the Bucks this weekend? CT, you can go first. And don't be disrespectful.
Yeah.
See, but he getting into predictions.
Yeah, I don't want to get my prediction up. I mean, I think so.
Okay, we can keep it light. All right.
Nah, the Raiders losing. Go ahead.
Oh, wow. Okay. Next. All right. The wife wants to know, if AB gets signed by the Seahawks, which is all the talk right now, do we think it'll be a good fit? And the second back end of the question is, will Pete Carroll put up with his shenanigans if he continues to have them?
Yes,
No.
and yes.
No and no.
No and no?
Yeah, I don't think he's a good fit in that offense. I think if anything, it brings another distraction, because you got to think about it. What happens is in their offense, they're a sharing of the ball friendly offense, right? You got DK, you got Tyler Lockett, you got who's my other guy? David Moore. I just don't see him fitting into that offense and being able to share the rock. I see that when he gets, going and doesn't get as many balls as he thinks he's going to get, he's going to start pouting, and you're going to have an AB situation on a team that is not constructed as it once was to handle an AB situation. Legion of Boom is gone. You got your Bobby Wagner there still, but there is not that strong presence that can really reel that back in and hold the team together as a cohesive unit. Pete Carroll's not the guy, so I'm gonna say no, and I'm gonna say no.
Russell owns that team now, bro. He was getting them donuts before. Now they bring the donuts to him.
Sierra's baby daddy ain't about to check nobody,
bro. He ain't gonna have to.
He played football good, but if Russell Wilson came up to me and was like, "Hey, bro, you need to chill," I would laugh straight up.
Bruh,
really?
No. We're not talking about straight out of Wisconsin Russell Wilson. We're talking about.
Let me get on my phone.
Y'all
be tripping.
All pro quarterback. Like, no, you're gonna respect him, and that's the difference. AB is gonna play well and respect the quarterback that he respects.
Yeah.
I mean,
I agree with that.
The Brady situation didn't work out, but it was because of stuff before he even signed with them, to be real. He obviously didn't agree with Ben Roethlisberger. He was probably being a jerk, but at the same time, he's a good quarterback. He ain't going to treat Russell like that. Guaranteed. And he's tight with Geno, so Geno can kind of get on him a little bit and have him chill out.
He said he's tight like they're boys, man. He ain't saying Geno was the man. Come on, man.
I apologize.
Now,
whenever you say Geno Smith, it's an automatic reaction for me to laugh. It wasn't about what you were saying. It was about the person.
So then, to add on to what CT just said, you got to also think Greg Olsen is there. Greg Olsen has been a leader in this league for a long time, man. So I think AB had
y'all not realize y'all saying names that I've never heard as synonymous leaders in the NFL locker room.
Are you serious? Who you think Cam Newton respected all the years in Carolina? Who you think he looked up to?
And Greg Olsen.
Smith.
They got rid of Steve Smith because they clashed. Not true.
And Steve was never a leader. Let's get that, come on, man. Now, I'm gonna just say this, man. I think it'll be a good fit, but if he continues to have shenanigans, I don't think Pete Carroll will put up with it. He might have the chops to do it, but I think with AB's recent track record, I don't think nobody's going to give him the benefit of the doubt to, I'm just, I've been out for a minute, but he's still got talent to burn, man. If you put him in that lineup, it could be dangerous, man. It could be dangerous. And Rory said he might want 10 targets a game. I don't think so. I think he's been served a big buffet style of humble pie. I think he just wants to get back to playing ball. Of course, he's a receiver. Every receiver wants targets, but I don't think it's 10 plus targets or I'm mad. I don't think it's that.
Rory, I'm gonna turn this. I'm sorry, Rory. I'm gonna turn this into a question. Do you guys feel like Aldon Smith should be dealt by the trade deadline?
Absolutely not, but DeMarcus Lawrence should.
You can't take that money, man. He make too much money.
Well, then they got to cut him. Okay, is it too much to cut him?
I believe so. I don't know. I got to check that out.
Players get cut all the time, and they'll still pay. I will pay you to get up out of here because they got Everson Griffin and Aldon Smith who can hold it down on the edge. D-Law ain't doing nothing.
Whatever you say, bro. I'm just here so I don't get fined in the comments. Did you have another one on tonight, or can we jump in?
Oh, you can jump in.
Let's jump in. Let's go right into it. Y'all ready? If y'all watching on tonight, we got some people on here. As you know, what we're doing on the field level going forward is that the fan or the field level family member, I should say, that gets the most correct predictions for said game will win a field level T-shirt as well as a field level mug. I don't even have mine in front of me, but it looks something like this. I know you got your hat and stuff, but it looks something like that. Just a little, you know what I'm saying? Something slick. Oh, well, wait. Juan said, who won the 49ers would be trade bait and what do you want in return? Who won the 49ers would be trade bait and what do you want in return? I think Kawan Alexander is trade bait. I think Kawan is definitely somebody that we could potentially trade. I just don't know what we would get for him. I could see us. I would like for us, if it was me, I would like for us to get maybe a D lineman. I think maybe an outside pass rusher for Kawan. I think that's something that we're kind of missing right now. So I think that would be dope.
Can you trade hurt individuals?
Can you trade what?
Hurt individuals? Hurt players?
Who would you trade?
D Ford.
Oh man, he gotta go. I'm tired of this fool.
Wow, you're gonna trade him and Quan at the same time. The big free agent guy's gone, huh?
Hey man, I'll trade him his neck and his back if he can't play, bro.
Oh my god.
God bless him, but he just can't stay healthy.
That's real. Y'all ready though? Let's get into it, man. Here we go. Time for prediction time. As y'all know, I go first, Quan goes second, CT go after that, and then the family members goes after that. Let's get into it on tonight. Y'all ready for it? Let's get that thing ticking at the bottom. First game on the docket. Rams versus the Bears. Rams versus the Bears. Ooh, Nick Foles.
He's good right now.
Rams have an issue trying to figure it out after a tough loss in Santa Clara. I go Bears.
Ooh. I'm going Rams. I think whoever's D-line dominates the most will get the win. I think Jared Goff is a little more mobile than Nick Foles. So I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. I think they bounce back.
I'm going to go with the Rams as well, but I'm very intrigued with what the Bears will be able to do offensively going forward. They seem like they're a little bit looser. I know they lost Tariq Cohen, which kind of scares me a little bit in regards to their run game and their special teams abilities, but I'm going to go with the Rams.
So we got Rams from Quan, Rams from CT, Bears from Pat, Rob Thompson. Got the Bears. Miles, Bears. Rory, Bears. Juan, Bears. So it's like Quan, CT, y'all rocking solo, man, with the Rams. So shout out to y'all. All right. Seahawks Cardinals. This is an interesting one. Whenever you get these the divisional games, they get to be a little bit tricky. But I'm not gonna put too much thought in. I'm gonna say Seahawks.
Let's go Seahawks. They continue to stay undefeated.
Well, since I'm not eligible for a mug, I'm gonna say the Cardinals.
You know what I'm saying? So that's that. Let's see who we got. My man Rob. Rob comes in late at the end and says Seahawks. Let's see here. Gina come in late and say Rams, and Sadi comes in late and says Bears, going back to the previous one. But Miles agrees with CT. Miles says Cardinals with the upset. So I think this is going to be a really good game. I think it's going to be a game that we need to kind of like pay attention to. It's going to be a cool one. Then also, wait, Rory comes back. Rory says Cardinals upset. Seahawks deep fails them. And Kyler Murray runs wild. Juan follows that up with a Cardinal.
Whoa, we got a
Double
little
R.
Cardinals in
It's-
here.
It's starting to get a little Cardinal overtaker. They
Wow.
showing the love for the Cards right now.
Yeah,
So
Cardinals must have had a big win against the Cowboys a couple of days ago.
they had a big win against who?
Exactly.
Next on the docket, man. Next on the docket, y'all see. We got is that Broncos Chiefs? Oh, wait. Miles has a good point. Buda Baker versus Russell Wilson is what we're gonna look at.
Okay.
I like that. I ain't mad at that. All right, Broncos Chiefs. Chiefs. Why did I think that long? My bad. Chiefs.
Broncos upset.
Yeah, you don't want no t-shirt, no mug, huh? you like, I'm
You know
good.
what? Look,
Oh,
if I recall, everyone picked the Patriots last week, and I picked the Broncos, and I was right. So, you know what I'm saying? If I recall, and everyone.
Yeah,
said
but
the Raiders
lightning,
was
lightning don't
so
strike
wrong.
twice in the same spot.
It already did because you thought the Raiders was going to lose to the Chiefs, baby. It already did. I'm on a roll.
First of all, I picked the Raiders. Did you not remember?
Oh no, you're right. CT picked the Chiefs.
There we go.
Chiefs. I don't even need to say nothing else. Chiefs.
We got a lot, gang.
So now, Rory, Chiefs. Miles says Chiefs. Quan just talking now.
My Migs, don't get me started because I'm still talking about the Raiders versus the Saints. You know what I'm saying?
Uh-oh.
I think you Le'Veon too. No.
Juan comes back. Juan says Chiefs. And then I think I had one more up here. Yeah. Rob came in early and said Chiefs. So it's a whole bunch of Chiefs. And Quan, you might want to get your howl on, man, because you're the lone wolf over there with the Broncos. Next up, y'all. Jimmy Garoppolo makes his way back to Gillette Stadium, Foxborough. I'm on my way back. Coming home. Tell the world, coming home. He coming home to Foxborough. Belichick is still there. Brady is not. I love Cam to death. Niners get it done. Not only do Niners get it done, but I have Niners 27-17.
Oh, you giving scores now too?
Might as well, might as
man.
well. Since I'm here, you know what I'm saying? Since I'm here, I might as well sprinkle it. Niners 27-17.
Hey, CT, I think me and you got to step our game up with the scores, man. We got to catch up. So check this out. We got Patriots, man. If anyone knows Jimmy, it's Bill. He's going to take away what the Niners do best and what they want to do is run without Mostert, Coleman, and whoever else y'all got back there. I think he's going to shut that down and make Jimmy beat him. So
Fun fact. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I didn't know you didn't do your thing yet.
I'm going to go with the Patriots, and I'm going to go with the score of 31-24.
Nice score. I like the prediction. However, I will say this. And Juan, if y'all on here, y'all tell me if y'all feel like I'm wrong. I think that Jerick McKinnon will not be the starting running back for this game. I think the starting running back for this game will be Jermichael McHasty, rookie undrafted free agent out of Baylor. The way he played at the end of that game, I think that he's gonna. I think he showed some stuff. So depending on how practice go this week, I think it's gonna be McHasty at the starting running back for the Niners against the Patriots. Go ahead, CT.
Scheme-wise, you always are concerned about what the Patriots will do, their efforts. They just don't have the personnel, I think, to feed off what we can do with our firepower. So I'm going 49ers. It'll probably be 21-7, man. Some light, something to get us out there, man. Yeah, 21-7. Jimmy throws 2 touchdowns. Jeff Wilson runs in one. Jeff Wilson Jr., excuse me, a.k.a. Hefe.
If he plays, because I know he didn't play last week.
Jermichael Hasty, I think that he's going to run wild. He's going to have an opportunity to really step up. We do need to pay attention. Trent Williams with the ankle sprain. Not sure if he's playing, so Justin
Schoolie
will be up most likely. And he played well when he stepped in for Joe Staley. So who knows? But I think the Niners will roll on this one.
Wow.
All right, so we got 2 Niners and 1 Pat so far. But Quan, you won't be alone for long. I mean, you won't be alone for long because your man Rob came in and said he got the Pats.
Yes, sir.
Sorry, Rob, you got that wrong. Rob, you got that wrong. Rory comes in and says 49ers, but it's close.
Come on, Rory.
After Rory says 49ers, but it's close, Miles follows it up and says 49ers 27-0. Cam will struggle.
I think so too. The Niners have always had Cam's number, man, for some reason.
Yeah. So then Juan just made a statement and said maybe start, but McHasty get more touches. Moms comes through. Mom say Niners, and then Juan follows up Mom and says Niners. So yeah,
Y'all
so
love it. I like this.
The Niners
like
is finding their groove, man. Finding their groove, like how Stella got her groove back. We back at it, man. Tell Tay Diggs to holla at us, baby. Anyway, next up on the docket tonight, man, we got the Chargers versus the Jags. Chargers versus the Jags. You know who I'm saying. Hey, bolt up, man. We running LA. I don't know why, but out of nowhere, I'm gonna just keep it live with y'all. Out of nowhere, low key, the Chargers is like my second favorite team. Like straight up. Like I don't know where it came from. I don't know when it came, but I'm bolting up on everything I do. So I'm going Chargers over the Jags. Shout out to my man Gardner Minshew, the Mississippi Mustache Wazoo legend. But I got to take the Chargers in this one as Melvin Ingram makes his return this week. They're gonna get after Gardner Minshew, Joey Bosa, Melvin Ingram, Tillery, all my D linemen over there. They're gonna get after Gardner. I got the LA Chargers over the Jacksonville Jags, 21-10.
It's the jerseys for you, huh?
I don't know, man. I still don't like that powder blue. I'm not a fan. I don't like that.
Okay.
It's a little.
I'm gonna go Chargers as well. I'm gonna go 31-17.
I like that. That was bold.
Hey man, the
Go
Chargers
ahead,
putting
CT.
up points, man. Herbert gonna put up points. I think we can all agree with that.
I'm gonna bolt up on this one. Too much firepower, man. Herbert's in his bag right now. Keenan Allen balling. Mike Williams coming along. I hope Eckler's back this week. Let me double check that.
I don't think so. Even if he's not, Justin Jackson's balling.
Yeah, I feel really good about them. So I'm gonna go.
I mean Joshua Kelly. Apologize.
24-10.
24-10. All right. 24-10 Chargers. Rob, you got back on. You got back on, man. You was drifting off somewhere else, but you back in line now. Rob got Chargers. Juan just simply said Herbert. I'm assuming we're going with the Chargers after that, man.
Herbert.
My man Rory, appreciate the love that you've been showing lately, man. Rory got the Chargers on his. Miles says I'm going with Jags for the upset. So Miles says he believes in Gardner. He believes in the Mississippi Mustache. It's fine to believe it. Look, the Jags low key got an offense without a running back. Keelan Cole, LaVisca Chenault, DJ Chark. Got some boys back there, man.
Yeah, they do.
Greg comes in. Greg, where you been, man? Greg, you always come in on the last couple, and you missed the rest of them. So what I need you to do, Greg, go back through and write them in the comments who you got. That way we can get you down for this field level T-shirt and cup. But Greg said he got the Chargers over the Jags on this one, man. So we doing that. Final game of the night. Quana left this as a final game of the night for you. I see my man Ed in here. First of all, Ed on Facebook. Appreciate you for being with us on Facebook tonight, Ed. Ed, we got the Niners beating the Patriots. I just wanted to be the first one to tell you so that you knew. All right, that's it. That's all. At the end of the day, Moms is taking the Jags over the Chargers. She just went with whatever Miles went with. Shout out to Moms on that one. Miles comes back and says, Quan, you went with Broncos. I'm allowed to go with the Jags. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, you are. Yes, sir.
So here we go right here. Last game of the day that we're going to predict on tonight is the Raiders versus the Bucks. The Raiders versus the Bucks. Here we go again. See, with the Chiefs, I saw a way out. I saw a way out with the Chiefs. That's why I said if Josh Jacobs had a chance to get 25 plus carries, the Raiders would beat the Chiefs. Me personally, right now, Quan, I apologize. I love you to life. You are my brother for life. However, I don't see the Raiders getting out of this one with a win. So I'm going Tampa Bay over the Raiders. And I have it slightly ugly. I have it 31-13.
That's very ugly. The Raiders had a big bombshell today with starting tackle Trent Brown getting COVID. And then
Well, he got the 19.
I believe he tested positive, and then John Gruden, due to contact tracing, sent the whole starting O-line home because obviously the linemen play so close together. So he sent them all home today, even though none of them tested positive as of yet. So I'm gonna say this, man. Trent Brown, if he misses the game, I'm not worried because he missed every game but one. If the rest of the O-line is intact, I say the Raiders win. I'm not even going to call it an upset because the Bucs are only 4-2 and we 3-2. But I am going to say the score is going to be very close. It'll be 27-24. It'll be like one of them games that end in a field goal type situation.
I ain't mad at it. I'm not mad at that.
This game is really, really interesting. A lot of different parallels, man. John Gruden's old team, obviously Tom Brady's history with the Raiders. A lot of parallels. This is a must-win. Must-win for the Raiders, in my opinion. You got to knock off these teams that you got history with and bad blood. And then, I hate to say it, but let's talk about that Super Bowl. You know what I mean? This is important. I'm going to give you guys the opportunity. You do have to watch out for this Bucs defense. Tom Brady has been so-so, so I think that you have a –
Did you just say Tom Brady been so-so?
He's been so-so.
Didn't he just throw like 5 of them things?
That was like 3 weeks ago. Last week,
Right.
he only threw for 166 yards. Come on, man.
It was the defense that got them through. He might be playing that Peyton Manning role, starring Tom Brady.
Ooh, that's disrespectful.
Shout out, CT.
That's
what I'm talking about.
blasphemous.
Talk your stuff, C. Talk your stuff.
Did you just say that? Did you just say that Tom Brady is filling in the Denver Bronco Peyton Manning role? Wow.
The sequel.
Ed said you high. He said he got to be high. He high. Got to be.
Nah, Ed, I got reasons for this, man. But you know what? I'm going to say 24-21 Las Vegas Raiders.
All right, so I got the Bucs 31-13. Quan got the Raiders 27-24. CT, what you got? You got the Bucs what?
I got Raiders 24-21.
24-21. All right, this is craziness. All right, we got right here my man Rob. He's of course Rob gonna say the Raiders. Shout out to you, man. Greg comes back in. Greg says TB12 blows out the Raiders 31-10. So he has it similar to how I have it.
He got the same score dang there, except for
Yeah, I gave y'all extra field goal.
Okay, right on. Appreciate it.
Juan got the Bucs. Brady. Rory got the Bucs. Brady. Brady remembers what down it is. Miles has the Bucs, but he said it will be a shootout. What else do I got on here?
Wow.
Then Mom's got the Raiders. What?
Yeah.
Hey, I think Mees might be right. It might be a shootout for real. That's a good point.
And then Ed just simply says, "Do not allow you guys on the field level next weekend after the Raiders get smashed." So that's what Ed had to say about that.
Is Ed a Pats fan or a Brady fan?
Ed is a Brady fan. Ed is a Brady fan.
Unfortunately,
he is a diehard Brady fan. Yeah.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
So that's what we know. So we got everybody down, man. I got this down this episode. If you are the person that gets those games, all games correct, you will get that field level t-shirt, field level merch is on your way, cups and all that is coming your way. That's it. That's all I got tonight. Anything else? Y'all got any rants or anything y'all want to run into or anything like that?
On you, Quan.
Nah, we went over the rant earlier in the show with
when I was having my technical difficulties. What I will say is if you guys are watching on Facebook, please go over to our YouTube channel at the Field Level, subscribe and follow us on YouTube as well. If you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, either or, go to our Instagram, follow us at the Field Level on Instagram. Also, follow us on Twitter at the Field Level 1 on Twitter. As you can see, it's scrolling right there below. on the ticker beneath us. And Miles says if he get these predictions correct, I want to have a Saints edition on the field level. I want to have a Saints edition on the field level. For sure. Whatever you want, bro. If you get it right, you got it. Hey, that's all I got for tonight. Anything else? Y'all good? Everybody good, right? Well, I'm Pat. That's Quan. That's CT. Everybody you saw on tonight is the Field Level family. We love y'all, Field Level family. Like I say, go over there on YouTube, subscribe and follow us on YouTube, and then also follow us on Instagram and Twitter at the Field Level. I'm out of here, man. We love y'all. One love. Good night.